When it comes to marketing your studio business, you have to make sure you're reaching all the different types of clients that need to hear your message. Now, most studio owners know that they need to get their marketing message out to potential clients who've never been to their studio before. But some studio owners miss the mark on an equally or arguably more important group of clients, and that is the clients you already have. In this episode of the Pilates Business Podcast, I'm going to help you to strike just the right balance between marketing efforts that attract new clients in and those that nurture your existing client base. Well, hi there, I'm Seran Glanfield. I'm a business and marketing strategist just for boutique fitness studio owners like you. If you're ready to be inspired and make a bigger impact, you're in the right place. All you need are a few key strategies, the right mindset, and some support along the way. Join me as I share the real-life insights that will help you grow a sustainable and profitable studio. This is the Pilates Business Podcast. Welcome back to the Pilates Business Podcast. I'm Seran, and I'm so happy that you have decided to hit play on this podcast today. When I put together the topics and the ideas that I want to share with you here on the podcast, I'm balancing so many different things. We talk about everything business related inside of the boutique fitness world. And one of the biggest topics that comes up, and one of the things that we focus on most often at Spring 3 is marketing, right? Marketing is what fuels your business and facilitates growth and opportunities and perhaps even more revenue, more profit, sometimes even more freedom. So planning and implementing strategies that will both attract and retain your clients is kind of a no-brainer. And specifically, when we think of marketing, we all have different ideas about what marketing is. For so many of us, and studio owners that I speak to, I should say, we tend to think of social media as the big go-to marketing tool that we have, and it is indeed incredibly powerful for our businesses. But as I've spoken about before, that's not the only tool that you have in your marketing toolkit, right? And then when we go into an even deeper layer into marketing strategies and what that looks like for your boutique fitness, we are often thinking about how we can tap into different segments of our followers, of our audience, of the people who might want to come in and be a client, right? And so planning and implementing strategies that attract new clients into your studio business is often where we go to when we think of marketing. Because when we're doing those activities, it helps to keep your studio brand top of mind. It helps to increase the overall visibility and awareness of your business. It helps you to make sure your classes stay filled and enables you to add even new classes to the schedule. And it also helps to counteract the natural attrition that we see when clients leave the studio for all the reasons that you know about when it comes to retention. But when it comes to big picture marketing strategies, it is equally, if not more important, to include your current clients in your marketing strategies. And this is a topic that came up just recently inside of the Marketing Intensive program, where I introduced various marketing strategies across the entire customer journey. And for some of the members recently, they shared that this was a bit of an eye-opening opener for them, because they realized that their focus had been singularly on that attract marketing, getting new clients in, and they had been slightly less focused on nurturing their current clients and their existing clients with marketing messaging and strategies designed to keep them in their business. And this is common. It's not common. There's no wrong way to do this, but it's fairly common that we tend to focus on one or the other. And typically it is sort of tied to where our talents most lie and where we feel most comfortable and who we feel most comfortable marketing to. And so just like with attract marketing strategies, so bringing new clients into your business, lead generation strategies, marketing to your current client base will also keep your studio top of mind. And actually it's much easier because they already know you. You're not convincing them that you are the place to come to. You just need to stay top of mind for those clients. It also focuses increases your overall visibility and awareness of your business, which is a big deal when it comes to maintaining your presence within your sort of options locally for your clients when it comes to movement, wellness, and fitness. And it also helps you to fill classes and add new ones to the schedule. But carefully crafted marketing content really does add value in the sense that your clients are getting more out of being a member of your community. This can look like things like sharing interesting health, wellness related articles, sharing tips, or even creating a connection to other members in your community and facilitating that sense to your clients, your current clients, the people that are coming into your studio, that they are part of your community, but also part of something bigger than themselves. And all of this type of marketing content adds value, but it also creates a deeper connection and that sense of loyalty. Now, keeping your current clients engaged is the best way to boost your retention rate, right? And retention is how long a client stays in your business. It's the measure of the length of their commitment to your business and also the level of commitment to your business. Because what you want is you want these clients to keep coming back again and again and again. 2 reasons we like this. Number 1 is we want them to keep coming back because we want them to get results. And the way that people continue to feel stronger and healthier and more agile is if they're consistent about their movement practice. But we also want them to keep coming back because we know that that's also going to help us support our business and our business growth, right? The worst thing we can do for our business is set it up for in a way that encourages drop-in sessions, right? Where you're constantly then having to fill your class schedules or try to generate new leads to come into the studio. We want people to come. We want them to stay. We want them to stay engaged and active members of your community. So we do know, though, that life happens. People leave and, you know, for all sorts of reasons. They may move. They may have a change in their circumstances. They may find themselves unable to move their bodies for a period of time due to injury or otherwise. And so we will lose clients over time naturally. And this is a sort of what we call that natural rate of attrition. But what we don't want is for clients to just fall off the schedule for no reason other than they've fallen off the schedule. And for no other reason other than perhaps you're not quite as top of mind for them as some of the other things that might be happening in their life. And that doesn't mean that they don't want to come to you. That doesn't mean that they don't think that your services are any good. That's not what that is about. It's simply about the fact that most people in your studio world, in your community, are busy and juggling a lot of things. And so part of the way that you maintain that connection with your clients is to stay top of mind, is to be the one who is encouraging them and raising topics and things to them that might create some curiosity around what's possible for them as your client, but also about what's possible for them as they stay your client, right? And so you might find that although people do leave, when you take the time to think about how you can work on your retention marketing strategies, you will not lose them as often to these sorts of reasons like just feeling disconnected, not sure about what class to take next, or just the fact that they got busy, they took a vacation and they never came back to the schedule, right? When you are consistently marketing to your existing clientele and communicating them, you are staying top of mind. You are staying visible to them, and they will see you as that person they're going to turn to when they want to book their next movement class. Okay. So I just want to talk specifically a little bit about the difference between lead generation strategies and retention strategies in your business. So lead generation is about bringing in new clients into the business. So this is people who perhaps have never been to your studio before, may not have known about you for very long. And this is what we call the top of the funnel. This is where we want to have a very broad audience, a very wide audience. We want to have as many people being aware of us as possible in this part of the funnel, okay? And this is also the very beginning of the journey with you or knowing about you. And this is what a lot of folks tend to focus on in terms of visibility, brand awareness, and this is lead generation. It's creating connections in the community. Now, when your potential client is becoming more aware that you exist, right? And this doesn't usually just happen after the first time they see or hear about you. Usually they need to have perhaps 2, 3, 4, or even sometimes many, many more touch points with you before they sit up and take notice and are called to perhaps take some sort of action, right? And it happens when they hear about you from a friend. So referrals are obviously incredibly powerful. We know that for so many reasons. I've talked about it on the podcast before. We know signage is also really important and often incredibly overlooked, but can be so, so powerful. And then we know about social media. We know about online marketing, which is incredibly important. We want to make sure that all of your profiles across all of the places are up to date and are alive with reasons why your studio is so outstanding. And then obviously that local networking, local community part, it's important that you are participating actively in your local community if you are a local business. Now, that happens before your client makes a purchase from you, right? Once they make that purchase, they have moved into becoming an active client. They are engaged in your business, they're taking the classes, they are looking to you to guide them forward. And now they've moved from being at the top of the funnel to being towards the middle or the end of the funnel, right? And they've moved very clearly into the second part of that customer journey, which is where they are a client of yours, where where you know who they are, you have some information about them. They have probably come to their first, maybe second or even third class or session in your studio. And we want to make sure that they keep coming back, right? Once they have come this far down the path, we want to make sure they keep going and continue on. And what you're going to be telling a client at this part of the customer journey is going to be different from what you're going to be telling them at the beginning of the customer journey, right? There's a little bit less it's a different kind of conversation that is happening, and you need to give them different levels of information, right? So when with clients move into this part of that customer journey, there are quite a few things that you need to let them know about that you might not have needed to share with them earlier in the customer journey. And when you think about this as that path, some people call it the funnel, some people call it the customer journey. It's all that about the way that your client moves through your business and how they come to find you, and then how they come to stay with you. And we don't want them to walk right out or fall off the path or take the wrong path. We want to make sure they stay on track in your studio. And that means that you have to stay top of mind to them. You have to be encouraging them, and you have to be reminding them about why your studio is still the best option for them, even though they may have already purchased a package from you. Okay. And so this is where your nurture marketing really comes into play and can be so incredibly powerful. Your retention marketing strategies, the things you're doing to keep clients active in your business, is incredibly powerful and has a tremendous impact on your revenue and your profit ultimately. And so we want to make sure that you are focused on nurturing that existing relationship and developing it further so that these clients not only keep coming, but are also eventually advocating for your studio. In other words, they start to refer their friends to you and start talking to people in their community, in their network, in their community, their friends, about how great it is to be a part of your studio, how great your classes are, how great your teachers are, how much they enjoy it, the impact it's made for them, right? And this is where that word of mouth becomes really can be fueled by not just your clients, but also what you are telling your clients about their journey and their ongoing journey in your business. So marketing to nurture or retaining clients might look like a few different things, okay? And naturally, you'll be sending them some emails. Hopefully, these are regular emails that combine all these different types of content that helps to create ongoing support for your business, that helps your clients to think of you in position, that positions you essentially in the way that you want to be positioned, that shares important pieces of information with your clients, but also shares the things that you care about, your brand values, your brand promise, your mission statement, and also creates that sense of connection and community with your clients. All right. So we want to make sure that we are implementing all of these different strategies within our email marketing campaigns. Those can be ones that are sent automatically from your studio management software, or ones that you might be sending each week to your entire database. We also want to think about what other activities might have an impact on retention. And so things like having special events, having some sort of appreciation for the how active and engaged your clients are in your community, sharing success stories and celebrating accomplishments that happen within your community, having member challenges or events, workshops and so on that can help people to feel like they're doing something really good for themselves and bringing people together can all be really, really powerful for increasing retention within your studio. So it is a lot about developing those communication skills, developing the level of communication that is going to inspire people to stay active and engaged as clients in your business. So that can be sharing those articles, those tips, things that add value to their life that they feel that they want to rely on you to be a part of, and to motivate them and inspire them. And I have to say on this topic, when it comes to those retention strategies, oftentimes one of the biggest mistakes that I see studio owners making is sending purely promotional emails. And what this tends to lead to is a lower level of open rates, and people tend to not want to engage as much with your communication. And this can be very unfortunate, because if you have been sending a lot of emails promoting yourself, promoting things that are happening in your studio, and what I would call sales-based emails that are designed specifically to generate revenue for your business, you'll find that over time your clients may get a little bit tone deaf when it comes to your email marketing campaigns, which will make them very ineffective. And it can take some time to shift the tide if you decide to include emails that are a little less promotional and a little bit more informative or inspiring, but it will happen, and it is incredibly powerful and effective when you do that, because you build a different level of relationship with your clients, and that can be really, really powerful. So when it comes to balancing promotions to other types of retention activities, you want to make sure that you are not always selling to your clients. You want to make sure that you are supporting them and engaging with them and inspiring them. And so if we look at this in a sort of an 80-20 ratio, so 80% of your marketing activities when it comes to retention is about nurturing the relationship. After all, they are already buying from you. They're already a client of your studio, a paying client, right? And so that 20% of the time where you're having specific promotions you're running, perhaps at certain times of the year, is totally fine. But when you see that ratio flipped, where you're more like 20% inspiring and educational content and 80% promotional content, perhaps lots of discounts on packages and so on, you find that your clients disengage a little bit, which means that you're not able to be as effective with your marketing efforts, okay? So we want to make sure that for 80% of the time you are nurturing, you're providing value, you're creating community, increasing visibility, and so on. And 20% of the time you're actively inviting someone to spend money in your studio, okay? So there you have it. Your marketing strategy needs to include tactics that generate new leads into your business, so attract new clients into your studio, and also strategies that nurture and retain the clients that you already have. Doing both consistently and thoughtfully will create a business that thrives not just in the short term, but in the long term. So I hope this was helpful to you as you build your boutique fitness business. If you enjoyed this episode, I would be so appreciative if you could go to wherever you're listening to this and rate and review this podcast. It really would mean a lot to me, and it would help to get this podcast out there into the community so that more people just like you can feel encouraged and supported on their journey in our industry.